Welcome to Forensic Friday,
where we examine the intersection of true crime, psychology, and the heart of being human in the middle of it all. Fix my hair.
I know, mine's a mess.
We will be wearing the same thing in both episodes. That's fine. We did it the same night, people. We're not that mysterious. we have real jobs and babies and stuff,
Oh, yes, I know. We took a quick break. It's fine.
Well, yeah, we just shoveled some things around so we could get it done tonight. Oh, I have my messy bun mug though.
I know, I still don't have a mug. I purchased one, but it's a gift to a friend, so I have to send it to her.
But you need one from my stash at my house.
Oh, yes.
Got you. I'll bring you one.
Okay.
We will have those at CrimeCon because they're epic.
They're so cute.
You know what we should do? We need to come up with the merch and then do a poll or have people vote online about what they want to see.
Mm-hmm.
We could keep some things a secret, but some things we could float.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hello, Forensic friends.
Hello.
We are round 2 tonight.
Yeah. One of the things not one of the things, hang on. Let me back up, get my brain. I got to get my notes. I closed everything to not be distracted. I'm like, I need at least my notes. That's what I need. Nat and I did the new thing with the video that I can't remember how I did it. That goes from face to face. And we're like, we have to be really focused, really focused, or else we look insane. Okay. So that's the mini. There we go.
Gary's going to kill you.
I know. Sorry, Gare. It's fine. So I saw online the other day the topic of or term Alpine Divorce.
Okay.
And it piqued my interest because anytime there's anything Colorado-y, whatever, I literally gave you an Altitude brand pen, which is a new brand at Target. It's also
I know,
awesome.
it's so cute.
But it was so cute. And I was like, I gotta get Nat one of these pens. So I got a pack of pens. And anytime I see something mountainy, it always piques my interest for both of us, but especially for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I see this, I'm like, what does this mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I realize it's a case that you had brought to my attention before.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett had mentioned it, but now it's become a little bit of a social media thing.
Yes.
So starting literally, I don't know, a week or two ago, this started going nuts on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And it went viral when at Ever After IYA posted about it. 19 million views.
Wow.
With women flooding the comments with stories of their own Alpine divorces. So the concept of an Alpine divorce is not like a traditional divorce, right?
I know, it's funny Janine brought this up and I was like, the couple wasn't married. And she's like, I know.
I know, that's not a thing. It's a social media thing, not like a real thing.
Yes.
So the concept is this. One partner abandons the other in a dangerous wilderness setting, often with a significant experience gap between them.
Mm-hmm.
So the origin of this term and kind of this phenomenon that's been brought up to the media because of this case Nat's going to cover goes back to Robert Barr's 1893 short story, An Alpine Divorce, where a husband plots to kill his wife in the Swiss Alps, and the darkly ironic twist ending where the wife outmaneuvers him, which sounds amazing. I want to go read this. Doesn't that sound like that sounds like something our forensic friends would like? So if you want to read the short story, I'm going to try to find it.
Right.
That is literally called An Alpine Divorce. That is what people are starting to go back to because of the case that you are going to cover today.
Yes.
And the comment section is wild. If you go to the original video.
I couldn't find the original video.
Oh, it's still on there. I'll find it and send it to you. I think I sent it to you on our socials. I think that's how I sent it to you. Check that out. See if that's the original.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, and then I'm talking with Nat about it, and she goes, "Oh, I have something I have to share." And I don't think it's something I know.
I don't think so.
I don't think I know this story. So
Okay, it's not technically an Alpine divorce, but it could have been.
It could have
So,
been an Alpine divorce.
I have not always been as like adventurous as I am now.
This is very surprising to me. I thought you
Yeah,
came out of the womb hiking a mountain.
no. So I did not, I mean, I did not grow up in a hiking family. Growing up in Summit, you'd think we did that all the time, and some families did. But my friend group did not growing up. We all do now.
Good thing.
Well, I
Yeah.
shouldn't say all. Most of us do now. But we were like little snowboarder, I don't know, hoodlums kind of.
Yeah, but not necessarily hikers.
No, we weren't like super outdoorsy.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's people, yeah, people are sometimes surprised when I share that. So my first like big experience hiking was my sophomore year of college. I had transferred to CU Boulder, and it was second semester, and I was really involved with this church group, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm involved with this church group. There's this thing called the Annex House. Was that there when you were there?
My brother lived there.
Okay, yep.
My brother lived there before you.
I didn't live in the Annex House.
Oh, you might have been there when Eric was there.
Yeah, no, I probably was.
That's insane. No, he like lived there. He was super
Yeah.
involved. I was never involved in it, but he was involved in it.
Yes, yeah, no. So he would have been there because he was close with some of my friends.
Yes.
So I got to know this group of people, and I was really interested in this guy, and he was like, I think low key interested in me too. Okay.
Okay. Okay. But we didn't have the convo.
No, this
Oh.
was super new. It was super new.
We're just pining
We're
quietly.
just like, doing the like old school early 2000s Christian hangout.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Where you're like talking, but you're not ever gonna land the plane in terms of like if you like each other or not, because
I don't
God forbid that would lead to marriage. You know what I mean?
Well, I
Um,
landed my plane. I met Garrett and was like, done.
I know. Well, anyway, I'll share the story.
This was
So,
not that for you.
so I meet this guy, and he's super nice. Engineer, right?
Do I know this person? I might know them. Don't say their name, but I might know them. Or Garrett could bleep it out.
I don't think you'd know him. Yeah, so I met this guy. We were talking, okay? And people, when you say you're from Frisco, people automatically assume, rightfully so, that like you're super adventurous, and also that I like grew up snowboarding. They also think that I'm super good at like backcountry and all this stuff. That's not true. I'm a decent snowboarder.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like an expert, okay?
Well, no, and you might prefer like a resort run. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's all I've done.
Yeah, totally.
That's what I grew up doing.
There's less avalanches there and
You know what?
abominable snowman and all
I'm
kinds of things.
thankful for the lack of knowledge I had at this time in my life, because I would never make the decision now to do this.
Oh.
So, knowing what I know. Anyway, so this guy is like, hey, a couple of friends and I are gonna do this little hike.
Little hike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We're gonna do this little hike in Breck, and then we're gonna do some backcountry, like, skiing down. Do you want to join? And I was like,
You're gonna hike and carry skis?
well, and I'm a boarder, so
Absolutely not.
I was like, sure. Like, and in my head, and I have done backcountry boarding and skiing before. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I've done it before. It's not my preference because I'm not that good at it. So I was like, sure, how hard could this be? Okay, so we pull up to the mountain. Also, I don't really know about 14ers at this time in my life.
And are you hiking in your boots? Because you're not going to carry your snowboard boots.
It gets better.
This is terrible. Everything about this. Yeah. And aren't there wells around trees? Like you can fall into a tree.
Well, no, there's not like wells like on a ski run. There's no ski run where we're going.
You're just hiking straight up.
Okay, so we hiked Quandary, which is a 14er.
Absolutely not. No.
Quandary is the mountain Press and I got engaged on.
And in boots?
So I hiked Quandary. Okay, so I show up. I show up to the party. Okay.
Oh no.
It's this kid and then these two girls.
Okay.
Who are just like, I don't know them. I've never met them. I didn't know if they were involved with the annex or anything. They were very new to me.
Like, hey
So
guys, let's go hike a 14er.
Yeah, there's or this guy and then sorry, Garrett, bleep out his name. There's this guy and then these two girls. And I'm like, okay, like cool. And they're super nice, whatever. I'm in. So back then, Uggs made a bunch of different types of boots, and I know they still do, but they do not make these same ones now.
You hiked in the Uggs?
I hiked in Uggs, but they were like sturdier than normal Uggs, but
Were
they
they
were
like
still
were they
Uggs.
like the snow dance ones that had
They
the fur?
they weren't waterproof,
Yeah, yeah, no, I had these. I already know. They're the ones
but
like people wore like
they they looked more like snow boots, but they weren't necessarily snow boots.
I know
Like
the
they
ones.
laced up the
Yep,
front.
I know the
They
ones.
had a thicker sole.
I do.
Yep, yep, yep. And they had like good traction. Like it was decent traction. So
Yeah.
I show up in these. Okay.
Oh,
He
no.
looks at me and he's like, "Are those Uggs?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I have a regular backpack with my snowboard through the arms. And then my boots are hanging over like over my chest.
I'm sure you were adorable.
I have a picture somewhere of this.
Oh, please find it. We got to put it on.
He took a picture of this.
Oh no.
So we are hiking up and I am super far behind.
Of course.
Okay. And it's like a nice day. I wasn't mad about it. There was people around. It wasn't,
Yeah.
and I shouldn't say super far. Like he always kept me in line of sight and he would stop and wait and then go and then stop and wait and
But
go.
nothing makes me more mad than people like walking in front of me. It makes me crazy.
Well, I see in this moment I did not care because I clearly was in way over my head and I did not want to
Yeah.
be the like Debbie Downer that like held
Mm,
everybody back.
mm.
So, and when he would stop, he was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm great." And in my head, I'm like, "What am I doing?"
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely not.
So, anyway, so we get to this one spot, and it was actually kind of fun because these guys had built this igloo, like this other group of guys.
Oh,
And so we like stop and like look at the igloo, and I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna hang here while you guys summit, and then just meet me back down here, and then I'll follow you down the rest of the mountain, like, because that's where we would venture off the main trail." So I didn't summit with them. He like ran up and ran down so he wouldn't be up there that long. Literally ran. Okay, different level. Okay.
yeah.
So runs up, runs down, and then he's like, "Cool, like you ready to strap in and get going?" And I'm like, "Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Yeah, yeah,
mm-hmm."
cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And is this the snowboarding part? Is this the part where you're gonna like snowboard down?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're probably feeling better about that than you were
Well,
about
I
hiking.
thought I would. Yeah, I
Oh
definitely was
no.
feeling better about that part. So we are going down, and I'm getting stuck every like maybe 10 feet.
Is it because the snow is super deep?
The snow is so deep, and there's so many trees. I like cannot stay on top of the snow. Okay.
Oh no. Is that harder in a snowboard than skis? I wouldn't know.
I don't know. I mean, I've never backcountry skiing. I feel like it is because you can keep the tips up easier.
Yeah.
Whereas like a board, like it's weird. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just a wimp. But
Were they doing fine staying on top of
they
the
were
snow?
fine. They were all very experienced at this.
And you're just like stuck in the mud in the snow.
Snow, deep snow. Okay.
Oh,
So at one point, so
you're
this was
also
when it
little. That's not easy.
well, and this was when it got a little tight. And the other one of the other girls was like my size too. Anyway.
But she's flying down the mountain because she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, both women are. So
I love you so much. I would never leave you in that situation. I hope you know. First of all, that would be hilarious if I could do something better than you, but like I would
well,
never leave you.
so here's the thing. So we finally get to this like I keep getting stuck. And then I can't remember, this was so long ago. I can't remember if I said like, "Hey, just go down and I'll meet you at the bottom." I think I did say that because
Uh-huh.
I was so embarrassed. But this is what we just talked about on
Yeah,
on
on a mountain.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Yes, like I don't know him well enough to be like, I'm in over my head here,
I'm
right?
slowly dying. I hate this.
I'm
Put me on
not,
your shoulders and carry
I
me
am
home.
not allowing myself to be vulnerable and to share that I am feeling very weak in this moment, right? So I was like, "Hey, go down. I'll meet you at the bottom." Okay. And he's like, "Okay, cool." So we're going down. He goes down. I see him go down. And I'm like, "Okay, get up." And I like start going. And then I get super stuck. And I'm like stuck up to my waist
Oh no.
in snow.
Oh no.
And I have a board attached to my feet.
Oh.
Okay. So that's like a situation where you're like, I'm super screwed. So there was this tree that had fallen that was like a little in front of me. So I was trying to like grab onto it to like get like shimmy out of the snow. Okay, so I shimmy out and but I'm like, I can't do this. Like there is no part of me that can do this.
No, you're like not moving.
No. And I can't remember if I got my board out at that point or not, like if my feet were still kind of stuck. I think I got my whole body out at that point. But I was like looking around and there was like this tin hut that was like abandoned next to me. And I was like, that's where I'm sleeping tonight. Like I can't get out of this.
I
You
can't
know what
tell
I
it.
mean?
Well, and can he still see you, or is he far enough now that you're stuck?
Oh no, like I told him to go down. I didn't know how far we were or weren't, but I told him to
So
literally
you're
go down.
alone, backcountry, stuck, looking at a tin hut, going, "This is where I sleep," with no
Like
gear.
I have to figure out how to get through this deep snow to get to that.
Oh,
I
Nat.
cannot believe I did this. So
Oh my gosh.
then, so I like him sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna yell for help.
Oh, that
So I
was
yelled for
smart.
help because I was like, hey, like, hello, I can't get
Don't
out,
you
you
love
know.
how you're not vulnerable in the moment with this person you're with, and you end up being vulnerable to a mountain of people?
Yeah.
Help!
No, I literally was like, I'm stuck.
Oh
I
no.
can't get down. So I'm like yelling this. And then he comes up the mountain.
Oh, he's charging up the mountain that he just skied down.
So he goes down, gets his skis off, this guy's prepared, okay, puts his snowshoes on to then climb back up the mountain to me.
Oh, that's nice that he came back up.
Oh yeah, no, he was planning on coming the whole time.
Okay.
Hands down. Because he was like, yeah, I was coming back up and then I heard you yelling and then I started running
Well,
to
that's
like come get you.
adorable.
And I was like, thanks. So it was really sweet. He had his snowshoes. I ended up getting like I got unstuck. I think I was still a little stuck because he helped me get unstuck. I got out of my board and I just sat on my board like a sled. And I held his ski poles and I just went down like a sled and he like guided me down.
How have we never talked about this?
I don't
Because
know.
I got stuck snowboarding one time, the first time I
Hmm.
ever went snowboarding. And I was not stuck because I was stuck in snow. I was stuck because I was scared. And I went down a hard run with my friends, even though it was my first time. And I was not terrible, but I
Hmm.
fell like 15 times and then I was done. You know how I am.
Right,
I was
right,
like, there's not a
right,
force on this earth that can
right.
be back up on the snowboard. So I got on the sled and went down the mountain. Like
It's
my snowboard
effective.
was a sled. It
Yeah,
worked.
it's effective.
I held on to the bindings and just went down.
Oh yeah. I couldn't have done that without him because like
You couldn't get
him,
unstuck.
well but he like kind of having holding on to him helped me slide better.
Oh yeah, because I could slide down because I was at a resort.
You were
You
at,
were in deep snow.
you were on a groomed run. I
I was
was
on a
in
groomed run. I was probably a terrible hazard when I
the
picture.
yes,
I was like boopity boop down
that
the
is true about
mountain.
you for sure.
Sure, I was a
Uh,
hazard. Yeah.
Um, but
You
yeah,
were
so we
in a
got
hazard. I
down.
was the hazard.
Yes, we got down. The girls were so sweet. They ran up to me with snacks and they were like,
Oh,
"You did so good." And I looked at them, and this was when I was like,
don't lie
"We're
to
not
me.
playing games." So I look at them and I was like, "Who are you talking to?" Like, I did not do good.
You don't need to be Midwest nice in this moment. Just say that
Exactly.
I'm
I was like,
sweet.
"You guys are sweet. Thank you for the snacks."
So nice.
Um, that was insane.
Oh
And
my
so we
God.
like all had a laugh about it and whatever. It was nuts though. Like actually nuts. And it was one of those moments where I don't think in the moment if like he didn't come back up, I don't think I would have blamed him necessarily because he
Yeah.
didn't know that I wasn't skilled. We had like maybe talked 4 times
Yeah.
prior to this. But he was
But he
sweet.
could have left your ass on the mountain.
He could have left my ass on the mountain. It wouldn't have been an Alpine divorce, but it could have been close to it.
Do you know what's funny about me ending up on my snowboard is that I was with a boyfriend.
Oh, that's
I was
funny.
with my high school boyfriend. He never would have left me. That was the best man. He just like he hung out with me the whole day, even though it was not fun.
Oh, good.
But he also knew I would end up in front of a fire by noon anyway. And so he got to ski the whole back half of the
That's
day. And I was
great.
like
And he
chilling by
didn't
the
have to
fire.
like wait for you. Yeah.
No, but he did though, Like he went down the mountain. He was technically snowboarding, not skiing, but he went down the mountain with me. He just was like going really slow
Oh,
and
yeah.
like hung with
But he
me
didn't have
while
to
I
wait for
sledded.
you after you found your way to a fire. Yeah, exactly.
The good
So
thing
the
about me
funny,
is if I'm done, I'm done. I mean, I will sit here and
oh, yeah.
happily have a coffee while you go do you. Like I got no problem
Yes.
with that. Yeah.
Great. The funny thing is, so a couple days later, after that, I literally deleted this guy's number from my phone because I was like, I am not worthy. He's literally
Oh,
never going to text me again because
do you think
I
he stopped
just
liking you because you were a disaster, or did he think you were
100%,
cute? Oh no, he was like,
100%.
no, we're not. We don't have
So,
anything in common.
he texted me a couple days later
Oh no.
and was like, "Hey, do you want to go study? Like, meet in the library or
Oh, he
whatever."
still liked you.
And I was like, "Who's this?" And he was like, "It's his name." He says his name. It's so and so, the guy who saved you from the mountain.
Okay, so he did still want to see you, and you had deleted him like a weirdo, and then you didn't
Yeah.
even know who he was.
Well, I mean, I knew who he was when he told
Yeah,
me
but
who
a
he
lot of
was.
things he reaches out to you, and you're like, who's this? He pulled your ass off a mountain, and then you don't even remember who he
I
is.
know.
Well,
We did
that's
not end
funny.
up dating, unfortunately, but
Oh,
we were good friends after that.
that's really funny.
Yep. So that's my story. That leads us into this. People probably know what we're going to be getting into, which is this whole situation in the Alps.
Yes.
So, Mr. Thomas Plamberger,
I'm already laughing. Okay, Plamberger.
Mr. Tom, like, did we get the name right? Yes, I think we did. I checked this on YouTube earlier today.
100%.
Thomas Plamberger, 37 years old, was / is a very experienced self-taught mountaineer.
Mountaineer.
Mountaineer. I'm an idiot. Mountaineer. That's how you say that.
Yes.
Uh, and former soldier, which I did not know that part until recently. He had climbed this mountain. So it's called, I'm going to try not to butcher it. It's called Gross, Gro- Grossglockner.
Yeah,
Glockner. Yeah, Grossglockner.
you're a queen.
Thanks. Grossglockner. It's spelled interestingly in like this is how it's spelled in English, but in it, yeah, anyway. Um,
Mm.
he had hiked it 4 times prior to this incident that we're going to talk about, including 3 winter ascents, which this mountain, I looked it up, it's wild. It's humongous. I don't know if you looked it up.
No. What's the altitude?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Let's
We should
Google.
look it up. Well, just because we have so many 14ers, I wonder how high this was. I'm probably higher.
Well, what's interesting, it's not even about like I mean, it kind of is about that, but even if it's a 14er, it depends on where it starts. So our 14ers, we start at almost 10,000 feet when we hike them.
Versus
But like in
starting lower.
Seattle, their 14er, Mount Rainier is a 14er, but it starts at sea level. So it's like so much more
I
that
never
you're,
would have even thought about that.
yeah.
I would think the Alps starts pretty high too.
So yeah, so this mountain is actually 12,000 feet.
Okay, but probably tricky.
Uh-huh. Height in feet.
And where's
Okay.
Innsbruck? It says he was from Innsbruck.
Um,
Where's
Austria, maybe?
We should probably check.
Yeah, the mountain is in Austria.
Okay. Let me check Innsbruck. Where is Innsbruck? It is Austria, basically from the Alps.
Yeah, yes.
So it's not like he traveled here just to climb this mountain necessarily. He's like from here.
Yes. Well, from Austria, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna
Well, it
see. Hold
says
on.
Innsbruck is literally in
Where it
the
is.
heart of the Alps.
Oh, okay. Um,
And it hosted the Winter Olympics twice.
mm,
I just saw this. So, I mean, it sounds like he's from the mountains.
I don't know what I'm trying to find what the mountains start. Anyway, the mountain looks huge. and it's 12,000 feet. But I'm guessing it doesn't start at 10 because their ascent was nuts.
Mm. Oh no, that looks so intense.
Yeah,
So you and I both, like I grew up in Chicago until 9 and then we moved here, but my parents live at the base of a mountain. And you
yeah,
grew up literally in the mountains. And both of
yes.
us grew up at a pretty high, you grew up at 10,000 feet. I
9,
grew
yeah,
up at 7,500 feet. So I mean,
yeah,
we've grown up with altitude. That's like normal for us.
yeah,
This mountain looks nuts. Even as a Colorado girl looking at this is
yeah.
wild.
Well, and I think
Rocky.
that's what I was trying to see where that town's elevation is.
Oh
Because
yeah.
again, it just depends on where it's starting at.
And where they started specifically, you know?
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
So what I've read is I believe this is the one of the tallest mountains in the Alps.
It's at the highest. This
Yeah,
is
the
the highest
highest.
peak in the Alps.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's rocky and steep. So my guess is that this is a pretty technical hike. You know, like some in
Oh,
Colorado that
yeah.
aren't as high, but they're just more
Well,
technical.
they were using ropes. So if that says anything.
Got it. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Ropes, helmets, they had all that, I
This
believe.
was not a stroll.
No, this was not like a leisurely hike.
Okay.
Hmm. So then we get to Kirsten Gurtner. She was 33, and Mr. Thomas's girlfriend at the time for about a year.
Oh, they'd been together a while.
Right. She's described by her mother as very physically fit, not inexperienced, but not as experienced as him, from what like a lot of media said. So they had been planning to do this mountain together, but this was the first time that she would be doing something like this extreme. Okay. And he's very well versed in doing this type of stuff.
Even this particular mountain 4 times.
Yeah, I mean he's done it 4 times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He
So
knows
she
what to expect.
Yes. So she was wearing soft snowboard boots, which I don't know what soft snowboard boots are. Mine were not soft.
No.
Um, and not did not have the proper mountaineering gear, which is big. Okay. Here's the other thing. Like climbs like this, I feel like this is stuff that I probably wouldn't even do.
We'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by Southeast Counseling Center. Southeast Counseling Center is a 501c3 nonprofit mental health provider right here in Parker, Colorado, conveniently located just off major highways. We serve the whole family, from play therapy for kids to couples and family therapy, trauma treatment, psychological testing, and specialized groups. Access matters. That's why Southeast Counseling Center accepts Medicaid, TriWest, and victim compensation, and also offers a community subsidy program to help people who fall in the gap between Medicaid and traditional insurance coverage. And because we're a nonprofit, every dollar donated by the community goes directly towards providing treatment services for people who need help. Prefer to meet at home? Telehealth is available statewide so anyone in Colorado can access our services. To get started, call 720-842-5553 or fill out our secure web inquiry form at secounseling.org. Southeast Counseling Center, care that is accessible, compassionate, and rooted in the community.
Well, yes, and also how are they not living or how sorry, how did they not discuss this? Because they
Well,
were planning to move in together. They were spending all of this time together. How do you not talk to your partner about what to wear on this hike
mhm.
that you are an expert at? Was he
Well,
also undergeared? Like, did he need less
no,
gear?
no,
Okay.
he was not undergeared. Nope. So they started the climb on January 18th. The climb was between January 18th to 19th. I believe they found her on the 19th.
Okay.
She was rescued, I believe. I will double check that. But
And it's
um
winter time, right? I think I
yes.
saw that it was winter.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Yes, because yeah. So, yeah, winter conditions. They started roughly 2 hours later than recommended for a winter ascent. So here's the thing.
Mm.
If you know anything about hiking,
Even I know Boo.
especially yeah,
Yep.
it's at almost at any during any season. So like in the summer, you want to go early because then you avoid the rain, right? In the winter, same thing.
Yeah.
You want to start as early as possible on a good sunny day. You want to make sure you even want to check things like when did it snow last? What are avalanche risks? All that kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
So you don't start things late, especially stuff like this. It's nuts. This is nuts to me. So they started about 2 hours late, and a rope got stuck along the way, which cost them about 90 minutes. That's a big deal. So now they're behind 3.5 hours.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yes. Okay. So
And
by
they're
six,
still going up, which means this
correct.
is going to be tacked on the back end coming down. You know what I mean? Like if you're really
Sure.
late going up, of
But
course
going
you're
down's
later going down.
faster.
Faster, but when darkness is going to hit, it's going to hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It impacts the whole thing.
ugh.
Right. So, I mean, so 6 p.m. webcam footage showed their headlamps ascending. So they were still going up
At 6 p.m.?
6 p.m. Yes. Long after nightfall, right? So they still hadn't reached the summit to turn back. They were not heading down when all this happened.
At 9 p.m. even. They're still
Yeah.
climbing up.
Yes, there was a photo.
What the hell was their plan?
So there's a photo. I'm going to send you this link really quick so you can look at it.
What the hell? And also, what webcam? Like, who had a webcam?
I'm going to show you. I'm
I'm gonna
sending
get
you
mad.
this link.
I'm already mad.
I know. Hang in there. Don't jump ahead.
I won't, but I'm just
Okay.
imagining though.
Go look at the link I
6
sent you.
p.m.
And then scroll down, and there's a picture of the mountain with a red circle. That's them at 9 p.m.
Okay, red circle. You're kidding me.
No.
So the webcam's on the mountain.
Yeah. Like there's
Okay,
probably
that's
cameras in places.
insane.
Mhm.
This is insane that you
Yep.
can see nothing but mountain stars and their lamps.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
So around 9:50 p.m., Kirsten's leg gave out from exhaustion,
Of course.
roughly 50 meters from the summit. Okay, so this was also when she was starting to experience symptoms of hypothermia because she was getting like disoriented and all of that. And then she was experiencing extreme weakness from being so exhausted. Okay, at this point, the temperatures were about -8 Celsius. Hold on, I Googled this earlier. Yep, so it's about 17 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
And then the wind chill was -20 degrees, which is -4 degrees Fahrenheit. And the wind gust was up to 50 miles per hour.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so the actual temperature was -7, or I'm sorry, it was 17 degrees Fahrenheit, and then the wind chill was -4 degrees Fahrenheit.
I wear a heated blanket in my living room.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds horrible.
Yep. At 10:30 p.m., a storm started.
You're kidding me.
A police helicopter flew over, but Thomas did not signal it. So they see a helicopter fly over, and Thomas, who's fine, does not signal for the help. Okay. He claims that Kerstin didn't realize they were in trouble at this point, that he and Kerstin did not realize that they were in trouble at this point.
Her legs had given out an hour before almost, and he didn't think they needed help.
Correct. He
I'd
says
love to
that
know how he thought this was going to get better. That I would love to know.
I know. He says that he laid beside her for about an hour and a half. He claims that she screamed at him, "Go now, go," urging him to save himself. I'm sorry.
None of that happened.
That's not how that goes.
None of that happened.
That's not how that goes.
Not one part of that happened. No.
Nope.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
At approximately 2 a.m., he left her without an emergency blanket. So he just like leaves her. Like she doesn't have
Did he have an emergency blanket? Did he have those things?
yes, he had everything.
He was geared up
He
and he
had
left
everything.
her.
He had what he needed to do this type of ascent. So he leaves her without an emergency blanket, unprotected, hypothermic, and totally disoriented. Okay. He contacted the Alpine police at 12:35 a.m. before leaving her, but allegedly put his phone on silent afterwards. Why? And then reached mountain rescue at 3:30 a.m.
He didn't want them to find her.
Well, he didn't want them to get to her in time.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
A helicopter rescue attempted to locate her at 7:10 a.m., but had to abort the mission because of the winds. Rescuers then climbed on foot, reaching her around 10 a.m. She was found dead, hanging upside down from a cliff, from her rope. She had died from her hypothermia.
We'll be right back.
If you work with court-ordered clients, you already know the system can be overwhelming. Documentation, coordination, compliance tracking, billing, on top of actually doing the therapy. That's why we want to tell you about Reliatrax, a one-stop platform built specifically for therapists working in the court-ordered space and voluntary treatment. Reliatrax helps you stay connected with probation and referral sources so everyone's on the same page and your clients get the best care possible without the endless emails, calls, and paperwork. And here's the exciting part. Reliatrax now offers Aura, their new AI assistant. Aura helps streamline documentation, keeps you organized, and supports your workflow so you can spend less time clicking boxes and more time doing clinical work. Reliatrax also supports insurance billing, including Medicaid, making it easier to serve both court-ordered and voluntary clients all in one system. No juggling platforms and no workarounds. And the other amazing thing is you have an actual team of people who can support you, not some automated system. If you're looking for a smarter, more efficient way to manage compliance, communication, and care, Reliatrax was built for this. Check out Reliatrax and see how it can support you, your clients, and the systems you work in without burning you out. You can go to www.reliatrax.com to get started. That's a pretty far cry from laying next to each other and her encouraging him to leave to
Well,
survive.
what I think maybe happened is she was where she was on the, I don't know. I mean,
Have you ever seen an exhausted person lay down? They don't stand back up.
no, but if you look at the mountain, like it would have, I wonder if like if she just fell, like if she fell and then fell off a cliff. Like there's cliffs, you know what I
Like
mean?
maybe tried to get up and go again.
Maybe, or like he left her there and she might not have been fully laying down, but like just more resting against the mountain. And then when her body finally like kind of gave out, she just like fell backwards.
You would think he would put her in a position to not fall off a mountain if he's
He
going to leave
didn't
her
give
out
her a
there.
blanket. I don't
I
think
mean,
he's gonna think about much.
ugh.
That's a terrifying scene in my mind. Terrifying. When I looked at that, I was like, that's horrible, horrible, horrible.
No, that is so scary. I mean, above tree line on a rock.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
scary.
Mm-hmm. So here's some big things, big mistakes that happened. Okay. We already kind of identified some of these. So starting too late in the day. I mean, number one, you just don't do that. And if you do, you're not married to getting to the top.
Yes.
Okay. So when Press and I started 14ers too late, we are not married to getting to the top.
No, you have to assess as you go.
Yes. Failing to turn back when conditions got worse and they fell behind schedule. So even when that rope got caught, when, she started to get weak, they did not turn around. Taking a more inexperienced partner on a route beyond her ability or their ability in winter. Not great.
Yes, no, not great.
Inadequate equipment, no emergency blanket for her, and improper footwear. Failing to signal the police helicopter That's
That one's
nuts.
weird. I'm
That
sorry.
one's, yes.
That one's weird.
Yes. Like you have headlamps, like wave them around.
I
You know what I
don't
mean?
understand why you wouldn't do that.
No, calling mountain police, then putting his phone on silent.
Also, don't
Very
understand.
weird.
Don't understand that.
Nope. Leaving her exposed rather than moving to her to shelter. So that's what I'm saying is she was exposed on the mountain. And so when my guess is when she like died, she
Mhm.
like fell off the cliff.
Oh.
That's what I'm imagining.
It's weird though, because even the gravity of that though, I mean, maybe if she was like you said, leaning up against the mountain, that could be. That could be.
I don't know. I mean, if you look at that picture,
Mm. I know that picture's horrible.
and then the overall failure in his duty to care as the experienced party.
So did he have a blanket he didn't give her, or they didn't have a blanket?
From what it sounds like, he had his own.
He had his own.
She did not have one.
Did he keep his? Because it feels a little bit like a. I don't know if this was life or death. Like if he had enough gear to keep both of them alive, or if he'd given her his blanket, would he? I mean, he did make it down the mountain, but was he thinking, if I don't make it down the mountain, I need my blanket,
Probably.
and she's gonna probably die up here? Like,
I
was
don't,
that?
yeah. It sounds like he probably had enough gear for himself, but did
And
not offer the inexperienced climber the gear for, and him, like he probably knew he could probably make it down safely. He was
okay,
not disoriented. He had done this climb before. He knew what to expect.
he could have left her with the blanket. He was gonna get down the
Yeah.
mountain, most
Yeah.
likely.
I don't think he was trying to save her,
Ugh.
in my humble opinion. Here's the wild part. Okay. So people were like, well, like he was trying to get help, kind of like what you're talking about, like maybe he really only had a blanket for himself and he didn't want to like risk his life too. And he was,
Maybe, they both die or one dies, like
yes,
something like that.
yes. Well, he's done this before. Okay. So this is a pattern.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. This is the part that I added and then realized that, yep, it's in the case.
You're kidding.
Yeah, no. So a previous girlfriend had shared, her name was Andrea Bergener, on the same mountain in 2023 after a heated argument, he left her.
And probably the argument was about her not wanting to go any further.
Probably. She said, I felt dizzy, I screamed, and I was completely alone. She survived, thank God, and they never hiked together again. So this pattern was critical in his case. So fast
That's
forward,
insane. Like, if
right?
you went through this with someone a couple years prior, you would, number one, anticipate a fight if somebody can't keep up with you because you've already done that before. So a healthy person would go, if I take somebody on this hike again, I'm going to have equipment.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Nat.
Yep. Yep.
Horrifying.
So he's, as I've been avoiding to share that this is like all being shared in trial. So, yeah, so this is all coming out in trial. Okay. So I don't know who pressed charges or like how this,
Probably the country, like the whatever jurisdiction.
the state, or yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then so this happened in January, so he's already on trial mid-February.
Yes. So it was a
They moved
14-hour
fast.
trial on February 19th.
Okay.
He pled not guilty, calling it a tragic accident and mutual decision. What's a mutual decision, bro?
No part of that was a mutual decision. Like after a certain point, it's almost like having a gun to somebody's head because you can't be alone.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like, go ahead, dude, do you. Her best chance of survival is to stay with him. So she's not going to stop and go
Mm-hmm.
back down by herself, probably.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
She didn't even have the right kind of boots, let alone
Yep.
knowing how to do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's interesting is Kirsten's mom came to Thomas's defense, calling the prosecution a witch hunt and insisting her daughter made her own choices.
okay. Well, they didn't get along. There's no way. Like my
No, but
mom.
it sounds like they did. Other research that I did, it's that her parents were like, she was super adventurous. She like really loved doing stuff like this. So I don't know. Maybe they didn't, but
If
part of
my
me wonders,
parents found out that I got left on the side of a mountain in this condition, they would
um,
lose their minds.
my parents would probably kill the person
There's
who did
no way.
it.
Ugh.
So yeah. So her mom called it a witch hunt and said that. My guess is I wonder if, I don't know, this is giving him a lot of credit that I don't believe he deserves at all. My, I wonder if her mom wants her to have the dignity of like, she was tough, but this was just a really bad situation. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to find
The
a
only other
reason
thing
why
is
her mom would do that.
if he truly would have died, if he had stayed with her or given her the only blanket, or like if it was really we both die or one of us might survive, like if she was not going to survive it.
Or like I don't know, like I'm not a climber. Okay? Like I like boulder kind of sometimes back in the day. I don't do it now.
Mm-mm.
But I don't do the rope stuff. That's not my thing. I
Mm.
don't trust myself with it. I don't trust other people holding my body up there.
It's
I'm good.
complicated. Like for me, it doesn't always make sense in my brain how it works. But yeah,
Yeah, it's same.
yeah.
So, but for how experienced he was, like, couldn't he have clipped her to him and they like r- rappelled down together? I don't know.
I mean, you have to
I
wonder,
don't
like
know.
they had ropes. I don't know how that works,
I
but
know. I don't know.
the
I don't know.
mom's
And maybe they
reaction is
didn't.
confusing.
Yeah, that I feel the
Especially
same
with the
way.
other girlfriend. If this was a one-off, but if
Hmm.
I find out that this guy's done this before with someone and left them on a mountain, are you kidding
Hmm.
me?
Hmm. Hmm. So Judge Norbert Hoffer, himself an expert climber, told Thomas, I don't see you as a murderer. I don't see you as cold-hearted, but said the ascent was 1,000 leagues beyond what Gurtner could do. So that's interesting to me
Hmm.
because I do think he's cold-hearted, but anyway.
Well, the
Um,
other thing that's interesting is she made it until 10 p.m. Like they had
yeah,
so many hours to turn this sucker around. They
right,
really did. And
right.
I feel like she was a legit hostage at this point. Like it is so
Yeah,
unbelievable to me that she was under geared. Like
yeah,
it's not that different.
yeah. Well, and you wonder
Yeah.
though, like going back to our Wednesday episode, you wonder like if she doesn't want to call it quits, if she's like too scared to ruin the trip or ruin the ascent, right? Like, is she, is there a lack of vulnerability she's willing to show him? Because obviously he's not a safe human, right? Like, he's
It's
not
giving
safe.
narcissism. I'm not diagnosing because I literally don't know him. He could be the loveliest
Right,
man on the
right.
planet. However, my husband would never leave me on a mountain. So even if
No,
it killed him, he'd never leave me.
never.
But when
My
I'm
husband jumped back in a raging river to
your husband literally
try to
has made the choice to get back in a life-threatening situation
to
to
come
come.
find me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand that. But even if whatever,
Hmm.
he made a decision to save his own life. You know he complained about his ex and that hike. And I do wonder if she didn't play hurt to not be like the last girl.
Yep. Yep. The judge also said if he had acted differently, he strongly assumes that his partner would have survived.
Absolutely.
Right. So the verdict
Mm-hmm.
of this was that he was found guilty of gross negligent manslaughter,
Mm-hmm.
5 months suspended sentence, $11,300. He faces up to 3 years. I think he deserves way more.
Yes, I
Way
agree with
more.
that.
He has already filed an appeal. Are we
I
surprised?
understand manslaughter and
Yeah,
murder. I understand that.
I agree with that.
But when you think about drunk driving, okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
if you're drunk driving and someone dies, and that's like a split second decision in many cases, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get more time than this if someone dies. Now, granted, that's the US, not over there, whatever. But
Right.
when I think about this, though, this was a slow, methodical
Mm-hmm.
choice
Mm-hmm.
to not value his partner's life in this situation.
Correct.
It just
Correct.
was.
Which
So
is the
imagine getting in the
manslaughter.
car 800 times even when you're sober. That's what
100%.
in one day. That's what it
Yep.
feels like to me. It's like gross, unbelievable negligence
Mm-hmm.
bordering on intentional manslaughter. Like that's what
Yep.
it feels like.
Yep.
But it also feels like it could be personality disordered in the sense that he
Mm-hmm.
just only cared about what was going on with him, like period. I just don't even know that he cared.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of thoughts.
I do think they fought though.
I think they fought. I do think his pursuit to complete the climb
Hmm.
was stronger than his care of anybody.
Yes.
But you know what? Here's the other thing, though. I kind of actually don't fully agree with what I just said because he's
Then
done
leave
it
it at
four
that
other
one
times.
time. And also
He's
leave at the right time.
Well, that leave at the right time, but he's done it four other times. So it's like you've summited this before. So there's either a
He's
pride thing
also
where he's
from the
like,
town. This isn't
right.
Everest once in a lifetime. I spent $1 million to do something.
Obviously not. He's done it.
This is
He's
like a
done it.
mountain he's been on 4 times.
Right. Exactly. That's
The
what I'm
whole
saying.
thing's insane.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, I think I agree with the manslaughter, but I think he should get more years in prison,
Can I
personally.
ask a totally insane question?
Yeah.
I don't think this is true. Okay, so don't come at me. This is a total wild speculation.
What?
Is there any world in which he knew he would get a ton of attention and thought maybe people would be more sympathetic? Like he laid by her, she told him to go. That none of that happened. But let's just say that's the story. He came down with a story. He worked it up. His phone was on silent.
Mhm.
Is there any part of him that this might have been in this kind of an environment a ploy for some level of fame? Like it got frustrating and he came up with a story and he's like, I can't drag her ass down. I can at least come up with a good story.
I don't know. I mean, I hope not because it backfired.
Well, he could turn around at any point. There's no
Yeah.
one else on the mountain. It's not like everyone's night hiking in the Alps that night. Like they are the only ones.
Yes.
And they are
Yes.
literally at the top. That is disgusting to me.
No, it's gross. Yeah, it's
He
gross. It's like
dragged her up. I could do the end of that hike. Maybe
it
with a
honestly, like when I saw that picture, it creates a really big discomfort
No,
for
it's
me.
physically uncomfortable to look at that picture.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. No, it's not good. So
no.
this case has sparked a massive cultural debate about responsibility, power dynamics in a relationship, and trust in outdoor settings. Okay. So going back to what we were talking about with these Alpine divorces, which is just wild to me.
Mm.
When you, I've learned personally how vulnerable we are in Mother Nature,
Yes, you
right?
have.
I learned firsthand
You did.
how Mother Nature does not care who you are.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Like, doesn't care.
And it has changed how you and the people close to you think about
Hmm.
your adventures. It doesn't mean you don't still adventure. You'll always adventure.
Hmm.
But
I will never do the Narrows again, ever.
no, no. But I don't think you go unaffected after something like that.
No. But I look at this, right? And I think this asshole
Hmm.
brought his girlfriend who is not as experienced. And I don't know if he was just trying to prove something, if he wanted to, I
Mm.
don't know. I don't know what his motives were, but he took his beautiful girlfriend on this adventure, but was not responsible for being as knowledgeable as he is. He was neglectful
Mm,
to Mother Nature's boundaries,
mm.
very neglectful, and it cost his girlfriend her life at
Mm.
because of him, because of the decisions he did or did not make, right?
Yes.
So going into the power and control, right? Or the power dynamics in relationships. I wonder, if I had to guess, I don't believe she felt like she could say, "Hey, I really want to turn around." And if she did, he would have said, "Cool, you're on your own."
100%. She knew that. She knew
Hmm.
that. I believe she'd probably, just based on our understanding of humans,
Hmm. Hmm.
she'd heard about the other girl. So, and there
Hmm.
are probably others, to be frank. And
Yeah.
so I wonder, we've seen this personality. This is what's hard for me. I don't know this man. Okay.
Mm-mm.
I am very curious. Literally, Nat and I's probably clinical specialty is outdoorsy alpha men. So like the notion that he was charging up that mountain and bringing her with him, even though it was looking more and more dangerous,
Hmm.
we do encounter people with that kind of drive and gusto and go, and they're doing
Yeah.
dangerous activities. This is something we literally sit with in our office. This is not like wild to me. I
Well, and
can
like,
see this.
and honestly, I respect people who test their limits
Of course.
themselves, right?
Yes.
Who want to test their own limits, but
Not when somebody else's butt's on the line, though.
right, but who respect someone else's limits.
But I have this working theory that I've been noodling on, and it's going to pop up in the book. And I don't know if this is him. I can't say this,
Hmm.
but there's a world in which people, and this can be a man or a woman. I think it is more often a man, but it can be either way.
Hmm.
When they develop contempt and resentment for their partner because their partner can't do something that they think they
Yes.
should do.
Yes.
We hear that in our DV room. Why can't she keep the house clean? What does she do all day? Why
Right.
can't she work out with me? I don't understand why we can't do that. Why can't she have sex anymore like we used to? It's like, I don't know, bro. She's 20 years older and whatever. Like
Hmm.
things change, you know? There
Hmm.
is like this pulsing need. And I think women can be this way too in some
Hmm.
ways. But I see this contempt that can come up in relationships. Now, they were happy, so I don't know that it was a pattern of contempt, but there may
Yeah.
have been a momentary contempt where it's like,
Yeah.
I can't deal with women who can't keep up with me anymore. Like that
Hmm.
kind of a thought process. So it's just like,
Hmm.
oh, they say they can do it and they can't, or they don't care like I do, or they can't push through like I can. And it's
Hmm.
like this critical, instead of empathy, it's this critical comparison.
Yeah.
And it's just hard to imagine. And I'm real sorry, Thomas, if you really did lay down by her body and she asked you to leave. And I suppose there's a world in which that is possible. And her own mother thinks that that's what happened.
I
But
could see her
everything in my
maybe
clinical
saying,
makeup is like, I don't
"Oh
see
yeah, no, there's
that,
no way.
man. I
There's
just
no
don't
way."
see it.
I could see her saying, "Go get help."
Yes, yes.
Like that feels like a more believable story, but he led with, "She said go save yourself." Like, no, she did not, dude. No, she did
I
not.
don't
You're
think,
insane.
honestly, if it was really that bad,
Hmm.
then you turn around. I just don't. I can
Well, she
understand.
couldn't at that time.
I can understand getting stuck lower down that mountain earlier in the day.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Well, and here's the thing. There are signs that tell us in my like,
Mhm.
I'm not always a sign person, but like there are signs that tell us to not keep going. So the
100%.
fact that her rope got stuck and it took them 90 minutes, like the
And
fact
the storm was coming and
and then
uh-huh.
this, like the weather conditions, it's like, Press and I talk, there were signs that we should not have kept going in the Narrows,
Yes.
right? And we talked about that and we
Mm.
chose to ignore them but that was like a more of a group decision. This was like he probably was like, okay, we're good, let's keep going, right?
Well, and
And
also,
she might have wanted to keep going too if she felt like she could still continue, but at the end of the day, like at that point, it's like be the man, be
oh,
a man,
Yes.
and say, you know what? Let's go down. Let's get a beer.
Yes.
Let's try this a different day.
But here's the difference. Your man jumped into the river. So yes, there were signs. You guys should have turned around sooner. You know that. You've debriefed it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when the chips were down and when it
Yep.
was really dangerous and really scary, your husband jumped back into a life-threatening situation for a very low chance, honestly, that he could have done anything for you. It was worth
Oh,
it to him to
100%.
risk his life on the chance that he would find you and pull you out.
Mm-hmm.
This man kept charging up the mountain. Her
Mm-hmm.
legs give out. We have some nonsense about laying down next to her and then her just like sacrificing herself.
Yeah.
It's weird and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense
Yeah.
psychologically,
Yeah.
but that is not the same.
Mm-mm.
It's just not the same.
Mm-mm. No, it's wild. It's wild. So the legal question in an inherently dangerous activity people undertake at their own risk, when does the more experienced partner become legally liable? A
Oh,
Pennsylvania attorney has already written about whether quote Alpine divorce scenarios should constitute reckless endangerment or trigger protection from abuse statutes. I like this.
I like this so much, especially as a Colorado human.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, because I really do think when I read the comments, this is why I
Mm-hmm.
sent it to you and then realized you were already working on it.
Mm-hmm.
The comment section, and I will really try to find it, was nuts. And it was not men,
Mm-hmm.
all women. So
Mm-hmm.
this is like the women and bears. Why would a woman rather see a bear in the woods than a man, a strange man?
Yes, yes, yes,
Same
yes.
thing. This isn't happening to men. And
No.
there are women who can dust their partners
Yeah.
in the outdoors. I'm sorry, I know some of them.
Yeah.
That's not it. It is a gendered pattern
Mm-hmm.
that we see that is
Yep.
so interesting because I really do think this happens to people. I
Oh,
mean,
for
I've
sure.
counseled people this has happened to. I've counseled men who've done not to this extreme, but
Mm-hmm.
who have been irritated with their partner, left their partner places. One guy left his partner on the side of the road to walk home in the middle of the night, like crap like that.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I have seen that kind of stuff happen. And so,
Yep.
yeah, I think that's abuse.
Yep. 100%.
If you go do something together and you get abandoned in a dangerous situation, that feels
Yep.
abusive.
Yep.
I wonder what men think, though. I didn't see, I'd be interested to read the
They're
comment
hiding.
section on something like that to
If they
hear.
comment like, "Hey, that should not be against the law," women are going to attack.
It'll be like, well, if she chooses to do this or misrepresents her abilities, then
Oh
that's
my
on
God.
her.
Oh
No,
my
you
God.
know, you know.
No, I know. I
We're
know.
going to bring it up in group. I will report back.
Perfect.
We'll see what people say.
Tomorrow.
Is that abuse or not?
Mm-hmm. It's perfect.
Oh, we're going to do it.
So, as you mentioned, thousands of women are sharing their stories of being abandoned by partners on hikes.
Mm,
It's raising questions about whether this is a pattern of gendered behavior or individual recklessness.
mm,
So, something to think about. So, returning to the webcam image, I'm going to encourage everybody to look at that. I will post it too.
mm.
Two lights going up, one coming down.
Oof.
The case sits at the intersection of criminal law, mountaineering ethics, and relationship dynamics. Where do you draw the line between a tragic accident and a crime?
Mm. Wow.
I know, it's a big question.
This is a huge I'm going to have to really noodle on this one
Mm-hmm.
because I'm also thinking Garrett could take me hiking and he would never leave me, but I could be a total liability. I mean, that's the truth.
But Garrett's
He
also
would never leave me.
a
Ever.
smart man, and he's not going to take you on something that's insane for
No, no.
your ability.
Even if I developed the ability, which is highly unlikely,
Mm-hmm.
he would, number one, never push me past what I can actually do. And
Mm-hmm.
number two, he would never ever leave me. ever,
No.
ever, ever, ever leave me. And he and I have a rule. We've talked about this on the pod before. You guys do too. Especially as parents, we have a rule that the most conservative opinion wins. That's what we've decided as a couple.
Mhm.
So what that means is if we're supposed to take a trip and something dangerous is going on, or if something's going on with one of our jobs and we have a big expense, but we're trying to make a decision, do we do this or not? The most conservative opinion will win when it
Mhm.
comes to the preservation of our family. And
Mhm.
in this case, it would be life and limb, right? Like
Right.
we're going to make those decisions. If we went snowmobiling one time, it was so much fun. But I remember thinking like, oh, what if this is like sketchy? If it's sketchy, we'll
Mhm.
leave. And we would. Like if one of us got to this place, it was wonderful. We had a blast. But if we got there and we're like, this is a janky situation or it feels unsafe, if one of us makes that call, we honor it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, Nat, this is a big one.
I know. That's a hard case.
Let us know what you guys think, and we'll pose this question to our women's and men's group. I would really like to talk about this with women's group too.
Yeah.
But we'll talk with our folks this week about it. But I'm really curious what our listeners think about this one.
Yeah.
And if
I
any of them
know.
have stories like this.
Yeah. Stories like this. Also, like if there's any women who disagree with
Oh yeah.
this being against the law or, negligent or abusive. I'm
Mm.
curious if there's anyone who disagree, any specific women who
Or a
disagree.
man who can disagree respectfully.
Yes.
If you don't disagree respectfully, then you will be, handled accordingly.
That feels weird.
If you have, I was gonna say disrespectfully, but I'm not necessarily disrespectful. I will just be like either delete or educate.
Yeah, we'll just delete and block.
Yeah, but I like to educate a little. That's important. Like I feel like
Educate,
prevention, educate, delete.
educate, delete,
Educate, delete. Yeah,
block.
I care enough to educate. That's what we do every day.
That's great.
You know?
Anyway, thank you for hanging in there with me with this case. It's a big one. And close to my heart because I love adventuring and thank God I
Yeah,
have
me
a
too.
safe partner to do it with.
Oh, 100%. Don't night hike with a crazy person, please and
No.
thank you.
Yep.
All right, y'all.
So,
We will see you next week. As always,
bye, forensic friends.
I'm Janine.
And I'm Nat.
And as always, thanks for listening and join us next week for more crime, psychology, and heart.